Hey everyone, my name is Russ Latow. I'm the founder of the Healing Center, and we're a holistic healing and teaching facility. And not only do we conduct in-house sessions, but we also have a correspondence course and whatnot that we conduct using videos online. And actually that's where I'm speaking to you from right now is actually in our gallery that we spend a lot of time doing the shoots and then doing the editing and different things like that. And so I'm actually giving Harley Gauthier a hand, which is probably the person who has given you the DVD that you're watching this from. And he doesn't know I'm doing this. So this was a bit of a surprise for him. And I'm not I am in no way financially connected to the bHIP industry or anything like that at this point. I am just giving him a hand putting the video productions together. And so he gave me some to try. And so I wanted to just share a little bit of what I experienced as an unbiased, if you will, participant using the bHIP. And it was really neat because originally when he first gave it to me, I noticed some really interesting sensations, for instance. And I'm not too sure whether I maybe had a bit of, maybe a slight cold or maybe a bit of congestion, but I noticed almost immediately in the first 2 or 3 after I drank it, I was noticed almost a tingling sensation up in my sinuses here. And for me, my sinuses, especially right around the eyes and whatnot, they're sort of my weak spot. So if I'm going to get a cold, if it's going to go anywhere, it goes here. So I really noticed that, noticeably, not obviously uncomfortably, but I noticed this tingling sensation in my sinuses. And then the next day, or I think a few hours afterwards, I noticed that they felt clearer. And that was really interesting. But that's not why I'm sharing this video. As I said, we create these videos and do a lot of editing, and as such I spend a lot of hours in this room and a lot of late nights, and I find that when I get into that editing mode, it's really easy to forget to eat, or if you do eat, you don't eat very well. And so it was very common for me by the end of the day, or many times the early morning, that I would feel really, I use my terms, burnt out for a variety of reasons. And in my case, burnt out for me means my head and my eyes would be all hot and burning and stuffy and things like that. And so where I really noticed, and this is where I use it, is in those times, and now I'm starting to get it figured out, that when I feel myself kind of slipping into that burnt out state, what I'll do is I'll have one of those bHIPs, and I tell you, it's the neatest thing ever. And it's really handy because I don't have to worry about carrying around or having a storage here of all the bottles and different things like that, because it comes in a little package. So I just have a box sitting on my shelf. When I feel that sort of that dip coming, I'll take one of the packets out, mix it in water, pound it back, and in a very, very short time period, I will notice an energy boost, my head clears up, and then I go longer. Still not eating properly, but I go longer, and it really makes a difference. I really notice that it makes a difference. It's something that I actually use because, as I said, it's so darn handy. All you need is this box of these little packets. You don't have to worry about whether they're in the fridge or forget to bring it from home. You throw them in your pocket. I'll sometimes have some in a coat pocket, and then they're just quick and handy and easy to use. So Harley, I wanted to just share this, and I wanted to give this to you. And as I said, this is going to be a surprise for you the first time you watch this DVD that we're putting together. But it's worth it. It works for me, and I wouldn't be endorsing it as the founder, and based on the reputation of the Healing Center, which we spend an abundant amount of time and effort building a very creditable relationship. And so I don't just endorse things just offhand. And I sure don't give testimonials just offhand, but this one I can with confidence, and I can not based just on the literature, just on other people's stories, just on maybe trying it once, but I can base it on real world application with me that is consistent, and it works. All right, you're welcome, guy.